Hello everybody, welcome to my video blog. Today for a little bit of a different blog. We're not going to talk about economics, we're going to talk about how we do our job in the European Parliament and how we do our job in one of the most important functions that we have, which is approving individually each one of the individual commissioners. As you know, in May, 200 million citizens voted for the European Parliament and we are tasked by these European citizens with making the legislation, but also with controlling the new executive, which is, the executive power is the European Commission. It's like the government of Europe. The commissioners is the name we give in Europe to what would be in the country, the ministers. The Parliament is the only parliament in the whole of Europe that is actually tasked and is entitled to verifying the competence of each individual minister. No parliament can do that. Usually national parliaments give their confidence to the Prime Minister, to the President, and this one chooses the ministers they want. We started this process in July when we confirmed Ursula von der Leyen. She won by 14 votes, her confirmation, a bit tight, but enough. Then she negotiated with the individual governments, the commissioners that each country would designate in their portfolios. Each country has the right to designate one commissioner. So there are 27 commissioners, one for each country except for the UK, which is exiting supposedly. Then the commissioners have spent a few weeks lobbying and campaigning with the European parliamentarians and trying to hear what our concerns are. Last week I had 4 of them in my office asking for our support. Then we have to verify their conflict of interest situation. There was a hearing by the Legal Affairs Committee where 2 commissioners actually were turned down. The Hungarian and the Romanian candidates were actually not judged to be free of conflict of interest. And then we have the open hearing, which takes place in a particular committee.
Hello everybody. We are now about to commence the hearing of the designated Commissioner for Economics, Paolo Gentiloni. He has 3 hours Q&A, 25 questions from members of the committee. And at the end of the Q&A, we'll have a meeting of the coordinators of the committee from the different parties, and we'll decide if he's done well enough to pass the hearing. He needs a 2/3 majority. If he doesn't get that majority, he can pass another hearing, and if that hearing doesn't work, then he has to go home. We'll see how he does.
In that open hearing, we want to verify 4 things. Renew Europe has set up 4 criteria for them to pass this hearing. First, their honesty and integrity. They have to be honest. We have to be persuaded of that. Second, their commitment to European values and to the freedoms of European citizens. Third, their knowledge and capabilities to their jobs. And fourth, their commitment to the mission letter that they have received from Ursula von der Leyen. That hearing, once concluded, the coordinators of the committee meet, they express the view of their members, and the commissioner needs to pass that hearing, otherwise they need to go home and the government has to name a different candidate.
Un seguro de desempleo, en principio, es una herramienta contracíclica que puede ayudar a estabilizar la zona euro, pero todo está, como siempre, en los detalles.
It is clear that having this scheme based on liquidity and loans is easier and more quick. Having it based on support to budgets is more complicated.
And the story this time has a happy ending. Here's the room where the economics coordinators have just met, and we have decided he is qualified to perform this job, and we have confirmed him. Congratulations, Mr. Gentiloni.